Hey, this is Charlotte again.
And I'm Daryl.
And we are the Bakers. And we have been married 22 years. And we decided we wanted to share our journey of being entrepreneurs with other couples who are considering doing the same thing. So we have been recording certain processes. And we hope you'll go ahead and check those out. Those links will be in our description. But today we want to finish and do part 2 of something we already talked about. The top things you need to know when starting a business. So this is part 2. So if you missed part 1, make sure you click that link in the description, okay? So what is step 7? Because we're going to start at step 7 because we did the first 1 through 6 in the other video. So what is step 7?
So step 7 is all about once you have actually completed all of the legal paperwork and it's been approved, now you want to start building your business credit. That's very important, okay? You also want to go ahead and create and set up your Dun & Bradstreet profile as well, and then start some trade lines also. And so when you get your business credit up and running, now you're talking about, doing some business, with some local vendors perhaps. And then because of the fact that you want to be able to establish trade lines and also be able to create those trade lines that's going to give you some credibility when you're talking about applying for credit, business credit with your local bank or your local credit union as well.
And so may I add, so when we're talking about building trade lines, and we'll do a separate video on that, we're talking about companies that when you purchase something from them, they are going to report to Dun & Bradstreet. And like I said, we'll talk more because certain companies may or may not report to Dun & Bradstreet, and you want them to report because this is the way, just like with your personal credit, when you have credit cards or different things, they're reporting how often you're paying, those type of things. And so on the business side, you want companies that are going to also report as well. So I just wanted to make that little note, but we'll get into specific trade lines that you may want to consider in another video.
Yeah. And then also you want to check with your revenue of Department of Revenue. Check with your Department of Revenue, regarding the tax ramification as the income tax, because income tax is going to be important even when you're doing business. Okay, so a lot of people want to do business and don't want to avoid paying taxes, but and taxes is an important aspect of business. You can actually limit your tax liability from your business, but you still yet want to make sure what those tax codes are when it comes to filing taxes for your business as well.
And that's where the accountant will come in, because again, we're not accountants, we're not attorneys, but that's why when we talked about in the previous video really quickly about the structure is so important, the corporate structure. But let your accountant do that. As far as once you're established, let them handle that kind of stuff. You find out what's going on, of course. But let them handle it.
Yeah, absolutely. And because of the fact that they are the professionals, they understand the tax codes, they understand the laws when it comes to paying taxes and income taxes, federal taxes, and those type of things. And then also, if you're in a county or you have to apply for your business license, okay? So one of the things when we first came down, we want to apply for a business license, and then they said, well, how much you think you want to make? We have all of these bright ideas, and we're going to make $100,000 a year coming out the gate, so to speak, and then they get their calculator out and they start calculating, the percentage of $100,000, and then all of a sudden, now you have to pay based upon what you determine how much you're going to be making for that planned year. So you're paying taxes up front. Okay, and we say, oh my God,
for money that you may not ever make.
Absolutely.
So what we're saying is, yes, you wanna shoot high.
You want to project, what you're
high.
Yeah.
But starting out, if you're brand spanking new, we want to say the word modest very carefully, because of course you want to make money. That's the whole point of doing business. But in our particular county, it may not be like that where you are. We project it so high, so we pay for money that we never actually made back.
Right.
I mean, of course, write-offs and things like that. But again, just be modest. We suggest, do what you choose, but we suggest being modest if it's set up like that in your particular state and county.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think the next thing that's on that.
The next
list.
thing, number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah, the thing that he allows me, I should say, he pushes me to do. Allows, pushes, refers, which is social media. Now, of course, the term, I'm no guru in any form, but because I have a little bit more time, I have been the one that has focused on the social media. So my suggestion is, once you get all the things we talked about from step 1 through step 9, because I'm on step 10, utilize social media. It doesn't cost you anything. Now, we know you can pay for ads, but we're talking about the basic level of social media is what? Free. Can we say free?
Yeah, it costs you something.
It costs you time, but it doesn't cost you the green dollars.
That's right.
So it's best to use what you have. And this is the way of the world now. I mean, everything we do from Instagram to TikTok to Facebook or Meta, depending on which generation we're talking, and I'm going to say, well, what's Meta? It's Meta now. But also you have Pinterest, you have Twitter, you have, oh my goodness, so many ways that you can get your message out there to the ones that want what you have to offer. That's what we learned too. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure what you have to offer, service or goods, is what somebody wants. There are billions of people in the world. Somebody wants what you have to offer. Right? I mean, that's the way you have to look at it. You got to go into the positive mindset. Somebody wants what you have to offer. So plan to execute an extensive marketing plan over time. But in the beginning, start with the free sites. Because, I mean, think about it. The social media sites is pretty cool. You can YouTube. And then eventually these things, as many of you know, you can eventually get to the point where you're monetizing. But YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, as I've already stated, can be very helpful, because if you don't post anything, no one will know who you are.
Yeah.
It's not just going to happen when you say, okay, I want to start a business, and you got everything set, but you haven't marketed. People are just not going to come out the woodwork. They don't even know who you are, because, again, we have billions of people in the world. It's so much content out there now. I mean, you can go just almost insane if you let yourself. It's just constantly 24. It's so much. So make sure you start creating those accounts on all the different media sites I just mentioned. Business accounts. Okay, so a lot of people have personal Instagram, personal Facebook, personal TikTok, but you must do the business side, because this is what we're doing, business, okay? So I think I beat that horse down, but make sure you set up those accounts right away on the business side, and then actually post.
Yes.
So you'll have to sit down with your honey, your spouse, and say, okay, babe, what are we going to be posting? That's the plan. What are we going to be posting? And in fact, we're going to send you a checklist. Make sure you check for that in the website. What types of steps should you be taking once you set up? You got to think about the timeline. What you're going to post, when you're going to post, how often you're going to post. We'll send you that checklist once you click that link. Okay. Also, number 11, consider getting an 800 number or a professional number. This is something we didn't do in the beginning. We're just using our cell phones. But the reason we bring this up is because when you start talking about the business credit piece again, you need that. Now, in the previous video, we also talked about getting a professional virtual address. This coincides with that. Getting a professional 800 number or professional number or a dedicated number for your business, because all this is going to come into play when you are applying for business credit. They're going to be looking at you like, first of all, are you legit? That's why you have to incorporate. Are you are you just something out of somebody's basement? When you get to business credit, you have to have those main foundational things that sometimes we did not have because we did not know. So we're, again, sharing with you. So think about that. What can you do to level up? One way, 800 number, professional number. Okay, so that's number 11. Number 12, the name of the website. So websites are good. You know, I still think if you start with your social media piece, you get the number, the website will come. I mean, because once you get going, because you don't want to be paying for a website and nobody, again, knows who you are because you haven't posted on social media, right? Because even with certain website engines, you have to try. It gives you the option to connect to certain social media sites because they know it's just people are just not gonna come just because you built it. It just doesn't work that way because it's just too much. So some of the places you could go, and we're not necessarily promoting, but we're just giving you what we know. GoDaddy, Wix. We've used some of these. Shopify. To determine which one works for you. Again, we're not endorsing any particular one, but you decide. All you got to do is Google. Google is at our fingertips. We just Google and find out what works for you depending on what you may only need 1 page, 2 pages for your website right now, or you may need 10. It just all depends on what you're offering, okay? So we just wanted to make sure you have some type of idea about steps, the basic practical steps. Again, these are things that we didn't have. We didn't have a plan. We didn't have a checklist like we're going to give you when you click those links down there. We had to figure it out from the beginning. It was fresh, like new information. It's like, oh, that's how you do it. And that happened because we made mistakes. Can we say we made mistakes? Because we didn't know. We didn't have a guide. Now you can have that. As you keep listening to us, we're going to give you those tips and those guides, okay? So with that being said, we're going to end part 2. We did 10, right? Yeah, we did 10. Between the video that you're going to look at and this one. Steps to help you get started in business, okay? So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Please subscribe so you'll get those notifications when we are posting new videos, because we're going to be posting some more. We're going to keep this train rolling. Remember to check out our website, enrichmymarriage.com. You can check out some of the things we do: marriage guidance, premarital guidance. We provide, information for couples to help them get to that place where they will have success in their relationship, right, honey? We also have other products, such as we have relationship education courses that can help married couples, things that we put together because we have been doing this for a minute. Teaching, training, working one-on-one with couples. And so we have courses for that. We also have relationship enrichment kits. And so basically we created another way for couples to build intimacy. So consider going to our website for that. That link is in the bio. Also, make sure you check out our Tablescape Rendezvous for 2, which I love because I love romance. I'm romantic. And so that's a pop-up luxury dining experience that can be done in your home. It can be done outside. Make sure you check out that link. And our books. Our book, baby. You want to talk about our book? Marriage Takes 3? Marriage Takes 3,
basically. So we can go to Amazon.com and grab a copy, or perhaps you can go directly to our website as well as get a autograph
copy if you come to our website.
If you come to our website. And so, and it's a tool basically that you can use to help guide you and give you some direction, give you some guidance, and also see how you can enrich your marriage as well, based upon some things that we've experienced and some things that we was able to glean, and some wisdom that God has given us, and we would love to share that information with you as well.
And that book comes with a workbook. So we extrapolated some of the items that are in the actual book to make it easier. So we also have the workbook. So that's on Amazon.com as well. Okay. So again, I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Daryl.
And we are the Bakers, and we endeavor to help couples the best that we can to do what? What's the tag, baby? Enriching your marriage one day at a time. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll be talking to you soon. Take care.
All right.